have a heart when it comes to the victims. It's cool to play the villain on a reality show. I mean, if I were going to be on a reality show, like I wouldn't want to be like the super nice, giggly person. It'd be a lot more fun to be the villain. I mean, come on. But in real life, in a circumstance like this, where you have crimes being committed and people's lives destroyed, I mean, break out of character, honey. That's what I would say. Like make sure you, I'm a bleeding heart. I'm the opposite. I'm going to be sitting there crying with the people and feeling what they're feeling. And everyone doesn't have to be like that. But in this circumstance, under this sort of microscope, with the platform she has, caring about the victims is just the right thing to do. And I always say it's never the wrong time to do the right thing. So I just keep, Erika keeps doing the right thing and cares about the victims because it matters.
What type of promises did she make at that ice cream event to you and the other victims that you haven't seen followed through on yet?
Well, so I'll talk about the other people first. So like Nancy, who was there, Nancy Marston, she wrote a book about her lawsuit that she had with Girardi Keese. And she wrote it before all this ever came out. It was just released by a publisher, but she actually had self-published, I don't know, like 2 weeks before the bankruptcy or whatever. Like she had no idea that something this big was about to blow up. Her case was a really insane scenario with her family. And she also had all these things during the trial with Tom's son-in-law, David Lira. So Erika had promised that she would promote Nancy's book. And, she could do that in any number of ways, using her social media or talking about it on any one of these podcasts. When they asked her about the event, why not bring up one of the things that you told the ladies you would do? I mean, it's not going to cost you anything just to bring it up on someone's podcast or whatever. That's an easy way to right away to sort of show you really mean it. Josie Hernandez, who was there, a lot of people met Josie in the Hulu doc if they watched The Housewife and the Hustler. And Josie, really her injuries were horrific. It really destroyed her life and her marriage. And now she's trying to rebuild her life. And she's just such a positive, empowering person after losing everything. Now she's trying to be a real estate agent. So Erika said, like, well, I might be buying a home. Like, I would use you for real estate. I'll support you. Well, she also could just mention that she's a real estate agent, just like I am right now, and just show them that like this wasn't just a meeting for PR or for the moment or whatever, because as much as the trolls, said what they said and accused me of using victims, these are all my very close friends that were there. My best friend of 51 years, Josie and Nancy, we're all friends. And none of this would have happened without their okay. I would have absolutely said no when I was asked if Erika could come. It would have been a hard no if any one of them had said they were uncomfortable. It would have been a no. And if I thought my son would have felt, exploited in some kind of way, I would have said no too. But my son worked on TV and movie sets. Like he loved Hollywood. He loved all this shit. He would have laughed his ass off at all of it and just thought it was funny to him. Not funny about the victims, but just the hoopla over her coming would have, made him laugh. And it made us, sort of giggle about it afterwards too, because we were coming to a real event to do something. Nothing done that day was done for Erika. We didn't even know until the day before that she was for sure even coming. And frankly, none of us really believed it until we saw it for our own eyes. None of us are going to like change our lives, because Erika's coming. I mean, that's just so outrageously silly. We literally, when she walked in the door, like, oh, she is here, so it's not like we were scrambling around. Erika's coming. No, we're doing an event. We're running around trying to make sure the ice cream stays frozen and all the stuff is done and the balloon arch isn't falling apart or whatever, right? I mean, we had our own tasks going on. At that time, I was running an event. To sit for an hour and a half and film You know, her talking to the victims was a stupid idea on my part because I was my own event planner. And so I'm trapped for 90 minutes in a room, you know, talking with her. But, you know, the conversation was so powerful, I couldn't stop it. This was a really big moment in the whole Girardi story, you know, to have nobody sat with the victims and told them shit, really. So, you know, as much as I've had criticisms, and I'm sure I'll get trolled for saying this, and, you know, even still holding Erika's feet to the fire that she follows through with the ladies, it took a lot of guts and courage to walk in that room and sit with those women and say what she said. And I will give her credit for that. You know, credit where credit's due. You know, I hope, you know, and pray that she'll follow through on, you know, promises made, because then that will just solidify what an important moment that really was.
And so then do you think because she hasn't followed through with these promises that it was a publicity stunt on her end, and is this going to be used for the show? Like, it was filmed, you said, for 90 minutes. Like, was this for publicity and for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
It was not for Beverly Hills. You know, we had cameras there. It was an event. So, you know, we were going to be filming because you know, it was sort of an odd thing. That we've all become friends, that these ladies have become friends, and now they're coming and volunteering and helping me. So here I have been helping them all this time deal with their stuff with Girardi, trying to make things right, dealing with the bar, dealing with, you know, all of the things that come with sort of like being a part of a crime scene. And then now they're coming to volunteer to show me love and to prop me up. So that was already planned. Now, obviously, I let them know, this is the LA Times. Oh, hey, you know, the day before, I think that Erika might be coming. You know, they're saying it. You know, I don't want to promise you because it's not like there's any way for me to make a promise, but she's saying she's coming. So, you know, the reason for her to come was me reaching out to her lawyers almost like a year before that, because I wanted her to meet the victims and apologize for calling them alleged, because they're not alleged. You know, then they were like, okay, well, we'll make it work. If she comes, you know, we'll film that for you so that you have it and it's all, you know, professionally done. And I felt like, I was so grateful that it was the LA Times that were going to be at my event, because, you know, people have this skewed version of the media. And, you know, if it would have just been a random camera crew or, you know, or maybe somebody else, it could have given it less credibility. And so we got lucky that they thought enough about the victims to want to come and see what we're doing and follow up with us and how we're trying to live our lives